Well, it's a disease that can steal more than just hair. It can take confidence, identity, and even joy. When we talk about alopecia, we often hear about the emotional toll it takes on women and girls. But for men, the pain can be just as deep, even if it's talked about far less. This evening, we meet a father who has lived nearly his whole life with alopecia. Now, as Len Ramirez reports, he fears his daughter might inherit it.
Here, you want to walk on, sit on my shoulder? Sit on my shoulders. Okay. Whee!
At first glance, this could be any dad enjoying a sunny afternoon with his little girl.
You gonna kneel in the grass, sweetheart?
But for Matt Mizak, the carefree joy of 2-year-old Ever contrasts with his own deep-down anxiety. Matt was diagnosed with alopecia areata universalis, a rare disease that causes total hair loss when he was 3. Now he worries that Ever might face the same painful journey.
There's a strong genetic link to this disease, and so there's an increased probability that she'll get it at some point during her life.
A few months ago, Matt and his wife had a scare. They thought they saw a thinning on Ever's scalp and rushed her to the doctor. The test came back clear, but the concern lingers.
I experienced a lot of fear and uncertainty when I thought that she was potentially not growing hair all over her scalp, and it brought me back to some of those emotions that I haven't thought about or felt for 3 or 4 decades.
Matt's own journey began with confusion. As a little boy, he begged not to return to the same barber, thinking it was a bad haircut that left bald spots on his scalp.
My mom and dad at that point knew what was going on, but I had no idea. I thought that the barber had just shaved off a chunk of my hair. And it progressed. The patches came and went and moved around, and this is all when I was a young child, but by the middle of grade school, almost all the hair on my scalp was gone.
Matt wore a ball cap every day to school, trying to blend in, but he couldn't hide from playground bullies.
One of the cool, tough kids called me names, so I got in his face, and he flipped off my hat, and I tried to tackle him, and fast forward, we're both in the principal's office, and my parents are being called, and it caused problems. It caused emotional problems for me.
Although the discussion about hair loss and alopecia often focuses on the female experience, Matt says it can be just as tough on the guys, especially if it comes at an early age.
It just really hurt. That doesn't know gender.
Here is our brave, strong, beautiful, bald Barbie, and Ken is coming soon.
Nicole Friedman with the National Alopecia Areata Foundation has been gifting brave Barbies to young girls experiencing hair loss. This September, Mattel's decision to produce brave Ken dolls is a powerful recognition that the disease affects the genders equally.
For men, I think they're often treated like, well, you know, bald is a look anyway. And the fact is, alopecia areata disproportionately affects children 18 and under. So it's not a look for a 6-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 14-year-old.
Alopecia is an autoimmune disorder where the body attacks its own hair follicles. There is no cure, but new trials show promise. And this month, Nicole's team is gearing up for the San Francisco Walk for Alopecia, a national event to raise awareness, fund research, and give people living with alopecia a chance to connect.
It's a wonderful coming together of the community. And particularly if you or someone you care about has alopecia areata, we encourage you to come out and find this amazing community.
Matt now walks with his community and wishes he had something like that growing up in rural Oregon, a place where he can be himself, feel seen, and help others on their journey.
When I went to college, I remember the first day I showed up before class started when we were moving into the dorm, I decided I wasn't going to wear my hat anymore.
That is, until the day he graduated from college. He found confidence, found love. He built a successful investment business, and he became a father.
Come on, sweetie. Let's go.
Now he's living fully, brave and hopeful for a day when no one will have to feel alone or hide their head.
You got it.
And Matt and his family will be walking in the San Francisco Walk for Alopecia this Saturday. That will happen at the Band Shell in Golden Gate Park.